Nemesis was arrested and placed in prison for her past crimes. This bitch, Gammon, made sure she was freed and goes missing in Hell's Forest, now called Evil's Forest. The gang took control of Elfagord, allied with Bilzania and Jakoko, and waged war on literally the entire rest of the world. When she started losing the war, Nemesis made this bitch tell her where the Boy of Destruction was and turned it into a deadly weapon called Punishment. After test fire and a misfire, Nemesis heads to the now destroyed Evil's Forest. So it turns out that Galarian had built a theater to hold the vessels of sin after Ma told him that if he gathered them, his dreams would come true. Look where that got him. Foreshadowing much? Several people had already gathered there. Benica Conchita, the Clockwork Doll, now holding this bitch's soul, the Postman, Rillian's reincarnation, Ma, and Gear, Adam Moonlet's reincarnation. They're searching for the last vessel, Grim the End. Ma claims that it's probably with Nemesis Pseudo. They prepare to search for her, but are rudely interrupted by the arrival of this bitch, who wants to use a venom sword to cure himself of some curse or other. During a trial, they plan on killing him, but the Postman decides to make him her personal servant, for some reason. Gear kinda commits suicide to make sure the Clockwork Doll keeps working. Nemesis arrives somewhere in the vicinity of Evil's theater, kills Ma, whose soul takes refuge in Postman, and fires the boy, destroying all life in the third period. Thank you all very much for watching, and if you enjoyed... Just kidding. It's not done yet. The Hellish and Heavenly Yards merged with the third period, and everyone who all died all came back. And I mean everyone. Ever. Well, specifically those from the third period. Among those people is Alan. He's merged with an alternate version of himself by Sickle, who then tells him to hit the refresh button on the world, and to do that, he needs to meet those most influenced by the demons of sin. So Scotty beams him down to meet Michaela, and he completely ignores Sickle's orders and charges straight to Nemesis. Turns out, she's not really alive. She's more of an empty shell kept alive by a contract. Fortunately for us, Alan, the master of the Hellish Yard, this bitch, and Michaela, for some reason, want to change that. They took her body to Levia's hospital and tricked her into getting her memories back. They then decide to go to Evil's theater because of Alan's plot-convenient idea, but also because Hell tells them to. There they learn that this bitch wants to save the world by killing 5 people: Vanica, Kaio, Brillian, Satirius, and Nemesis. Alan and crew figure it's a bad idea to stay there, so they leave. During all this fiasco, Brillian threw a party at the palace to celebrate being reunited with her parents, and everyone fell asleep, except for Lynn, but the Dasan soldiers came to kill her. Fortunately, Clarith arrives at the last possible second and saves Rillian, and 2 of them live happily. Talk with the demon of pride, Mary, who tells them to get help from the other demons. The people in the palace then awaken and are pissed off their castle is occupied by people other than them, so they start fighting the Tassan soldiers. It doesn't look too good until Alan and crew show up and shoot down the black box. They fell apart after that for some reason. After that, they all live happily. Alan and Nemesis decide to go see Banica and convince her to join them. Meanwhile, Rillian and Clarith are approached by Gumilia, who reveals herself to be the master of the Hellish Yard and are pulled into the Hellish Yard. They then have a chat with Kaio and Galarian, the latter of which summons Sleep Princess and blows everything up. Thank you all very much for watching. Rillian and Kaio are then blown to Asmodene, where they briefly meet Satirius before Rillian decided to confront this bitch about Ma. Alan and crew also move to confront this bitch. Rillian and crew arrive at the theater, and Rillian commands this bitch to kneel before me. This bitch is not amused, so it goes in the other room to greet Alan and crew, hoping for some entertainment. In case you were curious, this bitch's plan was to kill the 5 aforementioned sinners and use it to activate the court ending? Hold on, that can't be right. In the other room, literally the worst possible thing happens. Ma shows herself and absorbs Galarian, Satirius, Kaio, and Michelle, taking over their minds. Why? Because she wants to know what it's like to be God. Apparently she inherited Elka's boredom. Neo, Adam, and Eve screech out of the room, chased by Rillian and Ma. Panicked, Adam initiates a rebirth day. Being reformatted, this bitch pleads with Alan to kill Rillian, then tries to kill Nemesis. After leaving the now being reformatted theater, Nemesis tells Alan to choose between his sister or the world, to which he has a cunning plan. They end up trapping Rillian and Ma in a tornado, followed by the singing of the Clockwork Lullaby by almost everyone ever to live, allow Rillian and Ma to switch bodies with Nemesis, break Nemesis' contract, and shoot her with Grim the End, which breaks Ma's hold on the contractors, causing her to fall to her death. A bit later, Alan woke up in the climb one near Sickle and Luna Hazuki and was told the entire third period was a simulation. Behemoth told him about a bunch of stuff, and Rillian and Alan initiated a rebirth day, creating the 4th period. Before he leaves for the 4th period, Arth commands this bitch and Lich to investigate some undead things called outlaws, and long story short, they do. Benica and friends decide not to go to the 4th period under the belief that it would also end in boredom, so they found this bitch, grabbed a new spaceship, and changed dimensions. Meanwhile, there's this weird time loop thing, and the 3rd period repeats, but without any of the souls, except for at least 4. This bitch, Neo, Adam, and Eve, and this bitch, who becomes Mary Moonlit. In the 4th period, a girl named Rin has a crush she sits near on a bus, but doesn't have the courage to speak to them, so she only has the chance to see them for 10 minutes per day. The girl is implied to be the reincarnation of Rillian, but there's no confirmation on this detail. There's also this whole fiasco that has something to do with a bear and locks not working. It's all briefly mentioned in a group chat formed by Levia, Behemoth, Held, and Sickle to comment on the state of the 4th period. Okay, for real this time, thank you all very much for watching, and if you enjoyed, do be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. That actually does help me know that you're enjoying my content. If you noticed a mistake in the video, be sure to leave that in a comment down below. That will help me when I'm making a correctional video in the near future so that I know what I need to correct. If you noticed something that was not included that should have been included more so than something I did, leave that down below as well, and I'll probably discuss that in the same video. And lastly, if you hate my stupid face and you think I'm a horrible person and that I should just die already, leave that in the comment section down below, because believe it or not, that actually helps this video just as much as all of the other ones, because you're adding points onto YouTube's algorithm, which means more people will find this video and I will be better. But the people who are leaving those comments probably aren't here anymore, so joke's on them. And if you are one of those people and you decided to stick around to the end of the video before posting your hateful comment, kudos to you. As for part 4, if all went according to schedule, future Premiere, please let me know if that went to schedule. We're actually a week ahead of schedule. We're doing pretty good. Great. I have no idea what he said because I can't time travel yet. But if all went according to schedule, I'll probably be in the process of recording part 4 by the time you see this video. So, until then, I will see you guys next time.